Welcome to Module 2 of this webinar on the journal Development in Practice and its submission process. In this module, we introduce the different types of articles that can be submitted to the journal and tell you a little bit about our shorter forms, the practice note and the viewpoint. Module 3 deals with the preferred structure for research and feature articles. DIP has 4 main article types. The first two, viewpoints and practice notes, are each roughly 3,000 words long. They are reviewed internally by one of DIP's thematic editors or editorial board members. The next two types of submissions, research and feature articles, are sent for external, double-masked peer review. This means that they are reviewed by 2 independent reviewers who have no knowledge of who the authors are and who remain unknown to the authors. Research articles should be 6,000 to 7,000 words, and features should be 10,000 words. The 2 article types are similar in structure and are discussed in greater depth in Module 3. Now to look at our short forms in more detail, the viewpoint and the practice note. A viewpoint article presents an author's personal views supported by evidence, which provide contemporary insights relevant to development practices and processes. Viewpoints include commentaries, interviews, field insights, event analyses, and reviews of recent development books that are written by practitioners, social movement activists, or researchers. Viewpoint articles can map out new directions for research, practice, or policy. They can also introduce new thinking on development topics that need not directly emerge from a research project. A formal literature review is not necessary, but viewpoints should include relevant literature on the topic, and the findings or observations should be linked back to this literature. Avoid lengthy data analysis, equations, or technical material. Your viewpoint should be accessible to a broad range of readers, including those who have no expertise on the topic. Although they are not formally reviewed, they should be factual and evidence-based. You should use literature and observation to back up your argument. Practice notes, in contrast, are an essential element of development in practice, as they provide a mouthpiece for practitioners. Practice notes may be written out of field observations or interviews conducted with a small sample, or they may be a reflection on practice. They could present an observation of some difficulty or challenge associated with your work, or a discussion of how such challenges may be overcome. Although a formal literature review is not necessary, practice notes should include relevant literature on the topic, and the findings or observations should be linked back to that literature. Like viewpoints, practice notes are also not formally reviewed. Nevertheless, material presented should be factual and evidence-based, using literature and observation to back up each point made. Conjecture should be avoided. That is the end of Module 2. Thank you for listening.